This week on the Danny Brown Show. I don't even know what race you can consider Cyraxx, man. That's just goblin. He identifies goblin, man. That's why, but to be honest, man, I know... Because I ain't gonna lie, man. Ever since I stopped smoking cigarettes, man, my smells have came back full-fledged. And I ain't know I used to be dropping them helly smellies like that.
Did you ever go to the white kids' houses as a kid?
I've never been to a white kid house.
Damn.
I grew up in Detroit. It wasn't no white kids. It was just Eminem.
It's the Danny Brown Show. Sit back, relax, you already know why you make studios. It's the Danny Brown Show. We about to get live. Let's go. It's the Danny Brown Show. Sit back, relax, you already know why you make studios. It's the Danny Brown Show. We about to get live. Let's go.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, yo? Coming to you live from Austin, Texas at YMA Studios. It's the Danny Brown Show. I got the booth boys with me. How y'all doing, fellas?
What's up?
Good.
Chilling.
Yeah, man, I can't say I've been sleeping too well. Getting off the anxiety medication has really been a slippery slope. I swear. But I guess with days go by, it's getting better. And then I was taking a sleep aid that Peggy had put me on, but then this motherfucker called me the other day, and he like, yeah, man, I think you need to chill on that sleep aid shit. I'm like, wow, what's going on with that? Come to find out, it's just pretty much Benadryl. And then I Googled about it just to see like the side effects and shit like that. And come to find out, it's fucking vision blurred. And I've been noticing that my vision been fucking blurry as fuck in the morning. Like, it been hard for me to wake up and shit. So, I guess I'm gonna be out on the road and shit. So I'm gonna definitely need it. But for the most part, I ain't really been fucking with it the past few days. And I haven't really been sleeping like that. I've been up pretty late, fucking watching garbage YouTube shit. Cyraxx and all that. Cyraxx ass is going to jail. I don't give a fuck, man. His ass need to go to jail. I think he should represent himself in this case that he got. That would be his best bet. I really do feel like, if he just represents himself, he has more odds of winning than the public defender. So, I would love to see him get up there and do his thing. But shit, I seen yesterday these motherfuckers is making money on Twitter. What the fuck?
Who's making money on Twitter?
I mean, posting videos on there?
That's, when you do the subscription and get your, motherfuckers can subscribe to you and shit, and they posting ads on your tweets, and now you making money. So I want to send my dog Elon, I want to send him a public apology on behalf of my partner in rhyme. The $8 don't seem too expensive now. So I'm definitely going to be getting in after seeing this bag these motherfuckers been getting. Making money off tweets, man, I'm going to be honest, that's like some Ford shit, man. Motherfuckers deserve it, man. These motherfuckers be posting some shit, you getting motherfucking 2 million, billions of impressions and shit. Motherfuckers are seeing it, they putting ads on your shit. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense to me, man. So shouts out to Elon. That's some forward thinking shit with social media. But oh shit, this nigga Elon and Zuck gonna catch the fade? Is that real?
That's gotta be fake, right?
We'll see.
I keep seeing shit about it. I even seen that motherfucker had a t-shirt. That motherfucker was fire. Who y'all got y'all money on if they run the fade?
Ooh, I think I got Zuck because he ain't real, right? That's like a robot.
Zuck? Yeah, he ain't real. He look like he been training and shit too. I'm pretty much I'm at a draw. But y'all don't know, man. They can't. I know they test for PEDs and shit, but they can't test for no Neuralink.
That's true.
Who knows this nigga Elon got the Neuralink already and he just upgrades jujitsu and his shit and all type of shit. Then he just put the fade on him. You know what I'm saying?
He did the Matrix plug-in.
Then he's South African and shit, man. Elon looked like he can take a beating for some reason. You know them crazy drunk white boys you meet at a bar? And you just be knocking their ass out and they still get back up. He looked like one of them type of motherfuckers. So I don't know. And plus Zuck, I don't know, man. Zuck looked like a motherfucker that could get knocked out, and it'd be all good. He like the type of motherfucker you knock out, he wake back up and give you a dap and shit. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm still gonna call it a draw because Zuck in shape and shit. Elon got the fupa. So I don't know, man. But I'm just saying, Neuralink, man, that's some bad motherfucking shit, man. Like the more and more I do my homework on that shit, I've always been down with, forward thinking technology and shit like that. But so if the Neuralink come around to me at a reasonable price, I'm definitely upgrading my brain. Who don't want to do that shit? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but yeah, this nigga Zuck, he getting his ass whooped right now. So I don't know, man. And fucking, I'm just saying, Elon look like he can take a beating. So Zuck gonna have to do some shit. And then he got the threads and shit. That's why the beef started, right?
The threads versus Twitter.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
only-
got to be part of it. But
I mean, I checked out the thread situation, but you can't DM on there, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not on it yet.
Not trying to
Not
say
on
I'm
it
trying
yet.
to DM bitches or nothing. I'm just saying. That just seemed like, everything got to be on the timeline. Sometimes, like we get work requests and shit like that, So I don't really see how that's going to work itself out. I mean, I got up on it, but then I went right back to Twitter. Shit, they paying motherfuckers on Twitter. Fuck that shit. Zuck, you got to figure out how a nigga going to get a bag off this shit. So that's the only way we going to go about that. And I was on my way up here, just scrolling on my phone and shit. Some fucking Chinese restaurant had meth in a soy sauce. Can you imagine that shit? Yeah.
Wait, this is in Austin, you said?
No, I wasn't.
Oh.
I think it might have been Florida. Yeah, Japanese steakhouse closes week after meth found in a soy sauce. Can you imagine some shit like that? They got that much meth around, they can put it in soy sauce? That's fucked up, man. You go to a fucking Chinese restaurant, have a nice date with your lady, you come back lit. Yeah, I'm trying to stop drinking. What the fuck is going on? Next thing you know, you around this motherfucker, spun like a motherfucker. Doing all type of shit. Dancing by yourself. Seeing shadow people. Fuck that shit. All right, man, we'll jump right into it. We got the Ask Danny's, man. You can always hit me up. Danny at theDannyBrownShow.com. That's Danny at theDannyBrownShow.com. First up, we got podcasts.
Ask Danny.
Yo, Danny, what's up? My name is Perry. I have a question for you. Who was your favorite guest so far on the show? Also, if you could have anyone as a guest, who would it be? If you could have anyone who is not with us anymore as a guest, who would that be? Love the show, bro. Keep it up. Shouts out to the Booth Boys as well. I think my favorite guest probably was Shane Gillis. Because it got the most views and shit. Shouts out my boy Gilly. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Shane. I got the Shane bump. You know what I'm saying? But for somebody I would like to have on the show, I really love my favorite comic right now is Ali Sadiq. I really, and just based on all the shit he's been through in his life, I feel like I got a lot of, a lot in common with him. So I feel like we'll have a great conversation, man. He's one of the funniest motherfuckers. If you haven't seen any of his specials, you definitely should check it out, man. It's really some hood shit. So yeah, I love that nigga, man. So yeah, Ali Sadiq, pull up on me. Also, if I could have a guest who's not here anymore, I think I would want Triple X. Cause he was like, as young as he was, man, he was so wise beyond his years, man. Like I've had the blessings to share a few FaceTimes with him. And he would say some off the wall shit sometime, but he was really smart, man. And he really loved this music shit, man. Like, I know they got that clip and keep going around me where I'm fucking talking shit about young motherfuckers, but it's some young motherfuckers that is, sticking to the script and holding up. And he was one of the motherfuckers. And next up is another one of the motherfuckers too, which is Kodak Black. Danny, my question is, what do you think of Kodak Black? He is my pound for pound favorite rapper, and I love to hear your opinion on his music. Some people say I'm crazy for Kodak being my favorite. No, Kodak is a very special talent. Him and NBA Youngboy, I feel like is this generation's Nas and Jay-Z. I really love Kodak because he has, I feel like, man, with a lot of this rap shit, when a motherfucker is talking about some shit, like they be having like socially conscious shit type shit, it always hits harder than the motherfucker that's just rapping about fucking your bitch and shit like that, and I feel like Kodak, as much as he do rap about fucking your bitch and all the other, cliches that other rappers rap about and shit, he definitely has like some awareness to him. And, he talk about the plights going on in the urban communities and shit like that. So I really feel like Kodak got a lot to say, man. Look like he going through a lot of things right now. So blessings up to him. I say my prayers for Kodak, man. But, man, he's a very special talent. And you can actually see like videos of him when he was a kid. Like, so, he was one of these motherfuckers that was like born with this shit. Like, it come easy to him. Like, he's a very special talent. I can't knock you for saying Kodak is your favorite rapper. He's great. And like I say, NBA Youngboy too, man. He's amazing too. So, and they both like, they have socially conscious shit, And I always love rappers that is almost like, they put that diamond in the rough type shit, Like where you get all this, you feel like you're getting all this, aggressive, might not be safe for work content, but if you really just pay attention and listen what they talking about. They really saying some shit that really matters, you know? And I feel like Kodak and Youngboy are those two of this generation that, you know, they both, you know, they talk that shit, but at the end of the day, they got a message behind the madness, you know? So shouts out to Kodak Black and just shouts out to Florida in general, man. They got meth in the sweet sauce, man. What the fuck do you expect, man? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit going on out there, man. Florida motherfuckers is just different, man. They got the alligator man, the Joker motherfucker, like, shit, just crazy. Ain't Riff Raff from Florida? See, motherfuckers like that. So, yeah, man. Shouts out to my boy Riff Raff, man. We don't have to... Remember Riff Raff was taking steroids and shit? That was crazy. All right. Mom, wife, or pick? Hi, Danny and team. My question for Danny is this. I've been married for almost 3 years now and in a relationship with my wife for 6 years. I love drugs, partying, loud rap music, and saying stupid ass shit. She loves jigsaw puzzles, threading designs, and cooking. My dream was always to have an ultimate partner in crime, but instead I got my mom. When I was quite high the other night, I kind of realized that having a mom partner is a good thing, as in if there's an emergency when I'm really high, she could save us by being able to drive. That said, I'm always wondering what it would be like to be married to my partner in crime. Once we hit 5 years of marriage, I believe that'll impact me in a big way financially, and our relationship doesn't improve before then. I'm considering divorce. What do you think? Is it good to be married to someone who will mother you or someone you'll have more fun with? Sincerely, your Stan, Andrew. I definitely think it's good to be married with somebody that will mother you, or with someone to have fun with. Have fun with is just that's the side piece type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just fun. You want somebody that's gonna really care about you in the sense of they putting their best forward when they think about you. You know what I'm saying? Like just getting you out of trouble, just certain shit, man, where you feel like, you know, like they being tough on you, but it's really for, you know, it's really for the betterment of your relationship in some sense. So. But I don't know. For a minute, I thought he was talking about fucking his mom. So I was kind of getting thrown off a little bit, man. But that was a lot, man. So, but yeah, man, for the most part, man, I want a motherly wife. Someone that's going to really, because I feel like your mom love you regardless of what. You know what I'm saying? The bitch that's just having fun with you, she there for the fun type shit, you know? So I feel like that's just the best way to go about that, man. I don't know. What y'all think about that shit?
I mean, I think you spot on. I think the thing about a mom is she's gonna probably make you a better man too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like,
yeah, a girl having fun is just gonna keep you the way you are.
Yeah, don't really care about the betterment of you. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, the type of bitch that's like, you need to eat more vegetables. You know what I'm saying? You around this bitch eating burgers all the time, you know. That motherfucker because I feel like the motherly wife, she want to see, she thinking about the future more so than the bitch just having fun, just thinking about today. Like, what we doing today, nigga?
Exactly.
And the mother is like, you know, motherfucker, you got to be around. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So I'm more with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Most of my relationships that lasted a long time has been with someone that really cared about me, regardless of all this fucking rap shit and all this extra. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't give a fuck about that shit. They cared about Daniel.
They'll stick through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know. So yeah. All right. Next up, we got, yo, Danny. I went to high school and middle school with Cyraxx. Hold up. A.K.A. Chance Wilkins. He was always in trouble and fighting with the other LD people he was in class with. There were a few times those people would set up fights after school and we watched the two special ed kids throw down. Chance would always come to school with new bruises of black eyes because of his extensive use of the N-word. Yeah, he always going crazy. Nigger boy. I can't believe this is the same person we laughed at after asking him to hit us with a rap verse. Keep up the good work with the show. Piss on me, beat me. I guess that really wasn't. He just let me know. Going to school with Cyraxx, man. This motherfucker Cyraxx, man. He's even after all this shit, man. The motherfucker's been contacting his landlord. They've been trying to get him evicted and shit. And she just told the motherfuckers all he got to do is just stay off the internet. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker still can't stay off the internet after beating motherfuckers up with bats. Well, he didn't really beat the motherfucker. Look, there me and him go. He ain't really beat the motherfucker with the bat, but he did strike him a few times. There's been new footage of that coming out, but his ass still on the fucking internet. He can't stay away. But for the most part, like I told him, man, you know, he got this case coming up. He gonna have to go to court and shit. The best thing for him to do is just represent himself in his trial, man, because I really feel like, you know, if he want to really get off, if he really want to, like, I really feel like him taking a stand for himself and standing up for himself. You know, he talk about how he ran out with the bat. He was protecting his family. If you really want to protect your family, Cyraxx, the best thing you can possibly do is represent yourself in this case. I really feel like you have a chance of really winning. Chance. So yeah, man. I know motherfuckers been they've been putting like Craigslist ads, or is it Craigslist still? I don't know. But they've been putting ads saying they selling they patio furniture and shit like that, and they've been getting thousands of people coming to their door and shit like that trying to buy their patio furniture, which they're not selling, which is hilarious. And but he's still continuing on his journey of becoming a famous YouTuber / rapper or whatever you want to do. But for the most part, Chance Wilkins, please represent yourself in this case, because I would love to see the footage of that. You're a great guy. But fuck you, Cyraxx. All right. Yeah, man, Cyraxx been going through it, man. He got a Hitler mustache now. Yeah, he always, I actually kind of believe, I mean, you probably ain't gonna, because it's like newer videos, but damn, that mugshot. Every time I see that mugshot, it just brings me joy. Look at that motherfucker right there, man. Don't he look like a stand-up right citizen right there, man? That nose, man. What happened to his nose, man? Like, I don't think it was like, I forgot Marty whooped his ass. That's what happened. Yeah, his nose ain't never been back the same. But yeah, man, I honestly think, man, that Cyraxx just stay on the internet, man. I really feel bad about the people that came to his house and picketing and doing all that shit that forced him to come out and protect his family and swing the baseball bat. And even with the whole landlord shit, because as much as I say I want to get away from this shit, man, it's one of the most entertaining things on the internet for me, man. And I feel like all this shit that y'all doing, man, is gonna make them really get away from the internet. Then we ain't gonna have nothing else to watch, man. So, man, please, man, just let Cyraxx be, man. I mean, we'll still have King Cobra, but King Cobra ain't as fucking entertaining as Cyraxx in some sense. King Cobra is like spurts. He be getting drunk and shit. The other day he did a fucking 12 for Loco challenge and he fell asleep. So, I really, look at him. Chance Wilkins, man. You a bad motherfucker, man. That's the Drift King right there. All right. Next up, we're hopping to some white people shit. But yeah, man, I'm really trying to stop and get away from this shit, man. I really am, man. Like, y'all won't let me leave him alone, man. It's like, I really just want to live my life and don't have anything else to do with this shit, man. But, oh yeah, that's another thing they did. They sent him a fake YouTube plaque. Look at him. He's flashing that motherfucker with pride. Knowing goddamn well he ain't got that many subscribers or nothing. And then they noticed that, the fake YouTube plaque is not as wide as the real ones. Look at his face. He's so proud, man.
But this is some old 4chan shit, man.
Yeah, they sent him a fake YouTube. They sent him a fucking fake YouTube plaque. He couldn't wait to go live and post that motherfucker and show niggas like, yeah, your boy is out here. Your boy is out here, man. But nah, man, Cyraxx, dog, you just need to, man, you need to get a job. That's really what you need to do, man. Help Sally out. Perk 30 Ed, you know what I'm saying? They really going through it, man. That video when they went in the house and they was fucking, when they was arresting him, the screams he was letting out, man, it was, oh my God. It was like music to my ears. I couldn't believe it. I was back there just dying on the floor laughing at that shit, man. Like all that nigger boy tough shit he be talking. Soon as the police came in, that motherfucker, he was screaming like a bitch. But all right, Cyraxx, we're hopping to some white people shit, man. I don't even know what race you can consider Cyraxx, man. That's just goblin. He identifies goblin, man. That's why, but to be honest, man, I know I know it got to be hard for him, man, because, like, I feel like, the YouTubing, trying to be a rapper. What else could he do, to be honest, man? Like, if this motherfucker showed up at your workplace talking about he want a job interview, just looking at him, man, like, where do you put this motherfucker? I ain't gonna lie, he do look like a dishwasher, though. He could be working in the back washing dishes and shit, or like a janitor. He might could be like, you can't put him in no schools. You can't have him around any kids. If you walked into a Burger King and he was taking your order, man, I don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then the crazy part about him, he only like 5'3", some small shit like that. And then he was talking about, remember he was talking about, he'll whoop my ass. Cyraxx, man, I would grab your ass up, man. And I'm not like the biggest motherfucker. I only weigh, I'm you know, I'm normal. All right, man. I can't get away.
White people shit.
All right, EDM. Hey, Danny, big fan of your podcast. Love what you and the booth boy have been up to. Maybe it's the weed or maybe it's the Maybelline. But I was curious about your thoughts on house music / EDM. Is this white as hell? Do I just not have cool black friends? Never seen anyone but us pasty whites representing. Keep on killing it with the sobriety, brother. You are doing great. It will get easier as time go. Keep it high and tight, Captain Crunch. You do know that house music and techno was created by black people. I'm just let you know that. I'm just give you that. But for the most part, I'm from Detroit. I was born and raised on house music. I was born and raised on EDM shit. You know, Detroit has one of the biggest the electronic music festival, or what we call DEMF, Detroit Electronic Music Festival. I've played there few times. It's always been a great time. It actually was a dream of mine. I remember it used to be free when I was a kid, and we used to go down there, and that's when you see the motherfuckers like the goth kids. They was dancing like that and shit with the fucking Jinkos on and shit like that. There was a lot of them motherfuckers, and that was way before I was even in my drug phase, or even I thought like taking pills and all that shit was weird back then. So them motherfuckers should be down there clowning. But I did used to go down there every year, and I remember that was actually the first time I seen a black man wear skinny jeans. Shouts out to the cool kids, Mikey Rocks. He was they was actually playing DEMF one year. My first year I played DEMF, but it was like small stage shit. I used to have it at Hart Plaza, and I played DEMF, and I seen this nigga Mikey Rocks wearing skinny jeans. I was like, what the fuck, niggas could do that? I went and got me a pair like 2 weeks later, man. Never went back. I mean, right now I don't feel like skinny jeans is the wave right now. I mean, obviously, man, it's not sexy to have your woman pull your pants off at night, but for the most part, you know, I feel like baggier clothes are coming back into style, which been like the past few years, to be honest. I mean, me, for the most part, man, skinny jeans are uncomfortable, man. There's nothing worse than fucking having you ever set on your balls? Like, man, that shit is excruciating pain. But to get back to what I was saying with the EDM shit, yeah, and I've been super back into the mix of like going back listening to like old school jungle and drum and bass and all that kind of shit. Like, you know, like a lot of that shit, like I grew up on like ghetto tech, which is like DJ Assault and Underground Resistance and, you know, Wine Atkins and stuff like that. So yeah, man, that's been my fucking life, man. I remember being in that used to be a thing, man. People don't know Detroit. Like, you go to a house party or you go to the nightclubs, we didn't listen to like top 40 rap songs or what was played on the radio. It was all fucking like ghetto tech and shit like that. That's what we danced to, even so much to the point of like, if you listen to like the radio and they had like the I can't remember what they would call it, but it would be like the mix section of the show. They would like speed every song up to damn near like 140 BPMs and shit like that. So yeah, man. I was totally raised on fucking house music and EDM, and you know, even so much so that I, you know, started discovering like grime music and like listening to like Dizzy Rascal and you know, all those guys in the UK and stuff like that. I was able to understand what they was doing more so than probably any other. I ain't saying any other, but most people that, you know, grew up in the States and shit that just listen to regular rap music. I knew what they was pulling from, so that's how I was able to fucking get into it. Actually, the first time I had a conversation with Dizzy Rascal, we talked on the phone, and I was just, you know, I'm so enamored with him. Like, he's like, you know how you got that young motherfucker that you look up to? That's who he is for me. You know what I'm saying? I was just asking him, like, what was his influences when he was making Boy in the Corner? And he was just like, man, it was nothing but DJ Assault mixtapes and 3 6 Mafia. And I was like, fuck, I can totally see that shit. So shouts out to fucking all my UK rappers, man. Like, you know, Kano, D-Double-E. Even I actually just seen The Streets is actually releasing a new album soon. Well, I think they said October. I just seen a new video. I think it was Troubled Waters. And I seen an interview with him, and he was talking about how this new album is gonna be more so going back to like The Streets. Yeah, Mike Skinner. That's my boy right there, man. I actually had a great time hanging out with him. Well, I took too much Molly and threw up, but my first time meeting him. But we actually got a chance to hang out again. We shot a video together. I believe we were in Prague. Yeah, man. So Mike Skinner, Dizzy Rascal, those are like my top 5 favorite rappers ever. So, you know, it was great to get a chance to just meet those guys. But yeah, man, I seen that he said his new album is pretty much like going back to like a grand don't come for free type thing. And if anybody don't know, a grand don't come for free is definitely like top 3 favorite albums for me, man. Is if you ever You know, I actually would love to make a album as ambitious as that one day. I mean, it's just pretty much an audio movie. I'm surprised that it hasn't been a movie made, you know, about that shit, man. Because man, it's one of the best fucking albums I ever heard in my life. I remember the first time listening to it. That's I feel like that's what I hold, you know, high when I think about my favorite albums is the first listening experience. And after it's over with, where you just got that like, what the fuck? And you just can't wait to listen to it again type shit. And the first time I heard A Grand Don't Come For Free, my mind was blown. I didn't know. I mean, I remember Prince Paul did the album like that kind of. But then that was, you know, it was almost, I don't know, it was kind of like opera in some sense, you know. But with the Streets, it was almost like a novel. It was almost like listening to an audio book with beats behind it. And you were just following this story, man. So anybody, if you never heard of Grand Don't Come For Free, man, I definitely recommend that. That's like, I hold that fucking dear to my heart, man. It's just so fucking high up, man. All right. Next up in white people shit, we got poop knives. Danny, congrats on rehabbing your journey through the podcast. Tell me this on white people shit, because I never seen this in any household other than white people. The other day I was at my friend's house. I usually don't like to blow people's bathrooms up, but I really had to take a mean ass shit and determined that I wouldn't be able to get home in time before shitting myself. So of course, I used my friend's bathroom and noticed he had a knife hanging on the wall. I asked him about it and he said it's a poop knife to cut poop that is on a massive scale in order to prevent clogged toilets. What do you think about poop knives? Eric from Kansas. I guess my other white brothers in there, man. Did you guys ever cut poop up before?
I've never heard of this in my life.
Me neither.
I don't think this is white people shit. I believe this is some nasty ass motherfucker shit right here, man. Like, cutting poop,
And it
man.
just hangs on the wall?
And everybody use it? Oh, they actually sell them. You can go to Walmart and buy a poop knife?
If I'm not mistaken, I thought this was more of a different culture. Like, definitely not white or black. There's a different culture that does this.
Because they toilet systems ain't probably able to handle those logs these motherfuckers producing.
Maybe you're right.
Nah, this sounds disgusting to me. Can you imagine the smell that comes up after you cut a piece of poop? Like, that's when the shit really firm. You know what I'm saying? That's when the shit gonna really hit you, you know?
Yeah, and what are you washing that in? Because that's done now. Like,
I'm
imagine
not-
watching that in a sink.
I'm not even trying to look at my poop, man. Even though I take a peek every now and then, you know? I mean, that's just the crazy shit. You gotta look and see what you did, you know? But but poop knives, man, I can't imagine a motherfucker like being on Shark Tank. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to talk to them motherfuckers and breaking down your product. You know, and be like, you know, we got poop knives. You know what I'm saying? This is what we selling. This is what we trying to. Because obviously this got to be independent designs. I don't feel like no major company is in the business of selling poop knives. Oh, they have a commercial. This is getting out of hand. Look at him. Can you imagine the casting for this? You read on Craigslist or some shit somewhere like, yo, commercial for poop knives.
Wait a minute, they do it in the bowl?
Yeah.
Oh.
He smelled.
What else would they do it?
I don't
Yes.
know.
What would you
Out?
think? You thought they was pulling it out, slicing it up like bananas or something?
I don't know what I thought, but I don't like this.
That's disgusting.
Ugh.
A poop knife is that's going too far, man. Y'all motherfuckers gotta chill out on that shit, man. Like, what the fuck? Who came up with this? The motherfucker that came up with this must be a motherfucker that was dropping logs. Like, he like, fuck, I gotta chop this motherfucker up. He using hangers and shit and was like, you know what? If I can just create a product that could chop up poop real nice. I wonder how sharp that motherfucker is. Cause I feel like some poop, that shit ain't, you know, it gonna get, you know, gonna smear all on a motherfucker. You need a Jinsu knife. Like, you need some samurai shit that's just gonna slice that shit quick. Like,
Wait,
yeah.
that says dishwasher safe? Is that what that icon shows
Please
there?
stop it.
No, that's
Stop it.
where we draw the line.
They're washing it in their dishwasher.
Stop it.
So the motherfuckers with the poop knives, they got poop plates and cups. I mean, I know it's man, it's going too far, man. I'm disgusted, to be honest. No, I can't consider that to be white people shit, man. That's just nasty motherfucker shit, man. I mean, you could flush twice, man. That motherfucker ain't go down the first time, man. It's man, that's crazy. All right, man, let's spin the wheel, man. We need to we need to get off this subject. I don't want to stay there too long, man. Shit's getting out of hand. Baby, I can go for one right now. for the most part, it doesn't compare to a cigarette. I mean, I always stuck by that where I see motherfuckers vaping and be like, motherfucker, just smoke a real cigarette. Because there's always been that fucking theory that vapes were worse for you than cigarettes. But I don't really believe that. I don't know. But I have seen the video, I mean, not videos, but like, motherfuckers talking about popcorn lung and all that kind of crazy shit. But I feel like for the most part, I guess, seeing kids vape and all that shit, I guess that was really fucked up. I mean, I didn't realize that they stopped. I mean, I remember seeing shit about it, but I was smoking cigarettes, so I didn't give a fuck. And they were talking about they were gonna stop all the flavors and all that kind of shit. And I feel like that was great because I remember my first time stopped smoking cigarettes. I was smoking Juuls and shit, and they had some amazing flavors. Where you're like, oh, this shit tastes good, Now all they got is menthol and that tobacco one, man. That tobacco one, man. You smoke that motherfucker, man. That shit tastes like death. So, but for the most part, for me, man, I only fuck with the vape. Like, it's just really, I think it's just something that just keep my mind. I'm so used to doing this after smoking cigarettes for so many years, and just that. Just that motion, just that something to just, hit yourself. But because to be honest, I don't really feel like it has that much effect on me. I guess you hit that motherfucker like 5 times straight or go ham with it. But for the most part, man, I will say the carts, the motherfuckers be lasting me like weeks and shit. Like this same Juul cart right now, I've had this motherfucker for about a week. So if anything, I would say the Zens hit hard. My white boy friends, man, them motherfuckers be putting 3 in their mouth at a time. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like that shit, you definitely dizzy as fuck just walking around, But the Zens hit harder than the Juuls and shit. So I don't know, man. For the most part, I would say, if you're trying to stop smoking, it's definitely something that helps, but it doesn't compare to a cigarette. Cigarette is top tier. As much, I mean, I'm like 40 something days not smoking a cigarette, and for the most part, man, I think about smoking a cigarette every damn day. It's still not out of me like that. You know what I'm saying? I just know that I've made it this far not doing it, and it's just that every day it get better. Because I used to wake up in the morning fiending for one, man. Like that was my ritual. I wake up in the morning, smoke a cigarette, get out my poop knife. You know what I'm saying? And that was my thing. So I was like, man, how am I gonna transition to being able to, use my poop knife without cigarettes? But for the most part, man, hey, your body gonna do what your body gotta do. And it's been holding down for me, man. So that's been a cool thing, man. All right, man. Well, I can't stop thinking about poop knives. I'm gonna see them bitches in my dreams now. I would think that they would have a better color than blue, though. Like, I don't want to see the poop smeared on the knife. Like, you can make a black one. Like, why it gotta be blue? And that's like a nice Carolina blue almost, man. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Like, it looks plastic too. Like a poop knife should be able to fucking cut a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe I've heard about this, man. I'm gonna have to go home and talk to my girl about this. Like, have you ever heard of poop knives?
Did you ever go to the white kids' houses as a kid?
I've never been to a white kid house.
Damn. Damn.
I grew up in Detroit. It wasn't no white kids. It was just Eminem.
God damn. That's all I grew up around. But I went around some white kids' house that had, what was it? They had the washcloth because they were like trying to be safe or whatever.
Instead of using toilet
safe.
paper?
Yeah. They were trying to be, I don't know, sustainable or whatever the fuck. That
He was
shit
being frugal.
Nasty. No, because they're trying to save the world or whatever with the fucking toilet paper.
Yeah.
Something.
That makes sense. I mean, I feel like I don't think that's nasty as a poop knife. I mean, washing your ass with a rag, you still got to wash your ass with a rag. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then you might catch a dingleberry or something. You know what I'm saying? For me, man, personally, man, I can't go nowhere without dude wipes. Not sponsored or nothing, but they should holler at the boy because I've been fucking with them since day one. Type shit. And then I mean. Cause I've a motherfucker, you can fuck your toilet up with those regular wipes. I mean, I think wipes, motherfuckers say it don't matter, they're gonna fuck your toilet up anyway. But dude wipes are essential, man. You can get them you can Uber them bitches. I done definitely Ubered dude wipes before. You know what I'm saying? Hit up GoPuff or some shit, get a case of Coke Zero. You know what I'm saying? Get some Coke Zeros and some dude wipes. And them, and they got the bombs. Yeah, I fuck with the bombs. You throw one of them in the toilet, you can do what you do. Cause I ain't gonna lie, man. Ever since I stopped smoking cigarettes, man, my smells have came back full fledged. And I ain't know I used to be dropping them helly smellies like that. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get the poopery. I be spraying that shit like it's going out of style, you know? So yeah, shouts out to Dude Wipes, man. They really saving the world, you know, one wipe at a time. All right, let's we can get to some I've actually you know, like I say, I've been, you know, playing my Steam Deck and
Video game reviews.
but for the most part, man, I really feel like, man, you know, getting those Game Passes and the PlayStation subscriptions and shit, getting those are like, I mean, even though like a lot of the games you probably had before and shit like that, but it's nothing better than getting that shit because every now and then I get bored and I'll be like, man, I just want to play something. I don't feel like buying shit. Even though, shouts out to y'all for the Steam gift card. I still got $50 in the account. And I'm fucked up because the other day it was a Steam sale and they had all the games on sale, but I was looking at them and shit. I'm like, I'm about to cop something, but nothing really caught my eye. I'm like, what the fuck I'm gonna do? But I went back and started playing Detroit. Detroit Against Human. I can't think of the name, but I remember I had it when it first came out. And I played it for a little bit, and as a person that's from Detroit, you know, for some reason it just hit different. I was like, oh shit. Fuck this game. This ain't Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's supposed to be the future and shit, but just, you know. But I actually just started back. I got it on Steam Deck, and I just started back playing it and shit. And, you know, I'm kind of got wrapped up into the story of it. And I know I tell myself, man, I'm not about to be playing fucking, you know, 3-4 games at a time because I'm still playing Rise of the Third Power and, you know, still trying to get my last little bit of 2K in. But for the most part, I've been spending some time with, is it Detroit Against Human? Detroit versus Human?
Is it Beyond Human or
Beyond
something?
Human? Well,
I
Detroit
know what you're talking
Human
about,
shit.
though. Yeah.
I spent about a few hours yesterday playing it.
That's the one with like all the different decisions you can make. It
Yeah,
changes the whole story.
yeah. Detroit becomes human. Yeah.
Become human.
For some reason, yeah, it just I didn't really like what was going on in the game at first, you know. But I'm a little more mature now. I'm not smoking weed and shit. Maybe I was getting paranoid playing it, but now, you know, I'm kind of wrapped up in the story. So I'm playing this right now, and I've been playing The Witcher again, you know, because I got pretty far. It's, you know, sometimes when you get so far in a game and you've played it so much, you kind of get something new come out, then you jump off and then you start playing it again. But I've been watching The Witcher show, you know, because I've been, you know, been watching that since it came out. And so it you know, they got the new season out and I started watching a little bit of it. I can't say I've been falling asleep to the shit, to be honest, but it made me pick the game back up. So I've been playing a little bit of The Witcher too. I'm excited for this. I seen PlayStation is releasing a new controller. I'm definitely excited about that. Because I really love like, you know, arcade style controllers. That's why I can't play like Street Fighter or any fighters without those kind of controllers. And this controller really looks cool, man. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to be able to play 2K with it. Yeah, it's that one right there in the middle down. Yeah, that circle shit. That looks crazy, don't it? So I'm trying to figure out, you know, I'm definitely copping as soon as they put the pre-orders up. So yeah, man, for the most part, man, shouts out my gamers out there, man. And also, man, I want to thank everybody. Y'all remember I put my Steam out, which was a fucking it was a gift and a curse, you know, because I want to thank everybody. They have sent me a lot of cool games, you know, but for the most part, man, I get a lot of crazy motherfuckers sending me messages all day. And obviously it was a mommy. Shouts out to Fed Smoker. He hits me up every day, sending me crazy videos and all type of shit, man. So Fed Smoker, you be going ham. Shouts out to him. But yeah, man. Steam, man. It's I love Steam. All right. I guess I got last night I was watching a fucking documentary, man. Shouts out to Atrocity God on YouTube, which you know, it's one of my favorite channels, I would say. But they could release a new documentary on this motherfucker named Zen Master Rami. Yeah, Atrocity Guy right there. That's one of my favorite channels. Shouts out to them. They it's really, yeah, that one right there, man. Zen Master Rami. Yeah. And why is it that all these like enlightened motherfuckers that you know, be super high on this, you know, spiritual enlightenment shit and meditation and all that crazy shit. Why is all these motherfuckers creepy pervs? Like every time I watch one of these documentaries, like even the yoga one and all these motherfuckers be harassing the bitches. Now these are the niggas that be scaring the hoes. If anybody want to know. And then it's always like they be finessing them for the bag too. Like he had motherfuckers becoming computer programmers and shit. They ain't know shit about coding and they're fucking up shit. But yeah, man, but this is actually a great watch. If anybody, you know, I love YouTube documentaries, man, commentary videos and shit like that. I spend most of my time watching these motherfuckers, man. So if anybody, you know, you want to check it out, man, you know, just check Atrocity God as a channel has been one of my favorite channels in years. Also Internet Historian, he's one of my favorite guys too, man. So you know, you can always get up on fire shit. Yeah, he's actually my favorite. I would say him and it's another one I can't think of right now, but yeah. But Internet Historian is actually my favorite YouTube channel. I would definitely want to get him his props, man. Every video he drop, and he don't drop like a lot. Like, look, his last video was that, they say a year ago? Yeah, it was. But when he dropped, it's like, man, it's like a new season or something drop, because every time it's some shit. So I would like to, you know, give a special shout out to Internet Historian, man. Come on, we fiending in these streets, man, you know. And there's OKI, I think. I always talk about him too. He drops fire shit, man. But yeah, YouTube, I really feel like it's because Netflix, man, I don't know, man. I don't know what's been going on with Netflix, man. Besides, you know, they be having the comedy specials and shit like that. Shouts out Time New Shit. I watched that the other day, fire. But for the most part, man, Netflix ain't been killing it like they used to, man. I actually you know, just, you know, my fucking HBO Max, they turned to Max, like it kind of weirded me out. Like I didn't know what the fuck was going on, so I had to like renew my subscription or some shit. I don't know. I think I had an old card on there or something. I had to redo that shit, so I'm back. You know, I've been back watching Curb. That's like one of my go-tos. I watch me some Curb and shit like that. But yeah, man, the Zen Master Rhyme motherfucker, man. He was just cause even me, like I've been, you know, in rehab, they had something called Dharma, which was pretty much like the meditation group that you can go to. And for the most part, a lot of people, I mean, I'm really into meditation, even though I don't do it, but it's something that I really want to get myself into. I find it's real challenging for me just to, you know, my mind be going at 1,000 miles an hour. So just to be able to get the practice of quieting your mind, and I definitely see the benefits in it. And I used to go to Dharma, which I really love. I really love doing that. But in rehab, I discovered that a lot of motherfuckers was going to Dharma because it was an easy class they can just go to. So it was kind of hard to take it serious and be able to, you know, meditate and get in your shit. I actually used to go to the motherfucker and fall asleep sometime. But that's what a lot of motherfuckers was doing, and it was suck because you'll be in there trying to meditate and you hear a motherfucker snoring. But then I went one time, I laid on the ground, and the motherfucker laid on the ground like right above my head type shit. I look up, this motherfucker got his feet out, his whole toes and shit all in my face and shit. I wanted to beat this motherfucker ass, but I couldn't, you know. So I had to just, you know, bite that bullet. But I got up and left. I went back to my room and shit. So, but yeah, man, I really want to get back into, because I feel like meditation is, but for some reason, man, the motherfuckers that really be into that meditation shit and all that, the motherfuckers be creepy with the bitches, man. I don't know what goes on with that, or goes on in their world that get them like that, but that's fucked up. All right, man, we'll spin the wheel and be ready to get up out this motherfucker in a minute. The apocalypse. The apocalypse, that's when like the world ending and shit, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I know about Tupacalypse now, that's what I think about, fucking Tupac album. But the apocalypse, I guess, man, what I can say about that shit is, I mean, it happened before, right? That's what they say. Like, ain't that what went down with the dinosaurs and shit? Wasn't that pretty much an apocalypse?
For the dinosaurs, I suppose, yeah.
I mean, like, you know, they always talk about, like, you know, a fucking a rock gonna hit us or some shit and shit gonna get crazy, or fucking floods and tsunamis and all that shit, natural disaster type shit. But as far as like the apocalypse, man, that's like, man, I don't know, Zolo, what's going on with you, man? You okay? Why you put that on there? You need to have a like, what's going on? Like, what?
Wanted to get your thoughts on it, man. Why do I put anything on there?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy you put the apocalypse.
Yeah, like it's gonna happen. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what's going on? Like,
said apocalypse.
Me personally, I don't think about shit like that. I don't want to think about the world ending kind of shit. Like, that's just too far for me. You know, I tell you, man, I'm always expecting impending doom. You know, me personally, man, and yeah, that's just
why I
like
put these kind of things on there.
I think he
You
knows
just-
something we don't.
raising my anxiety more. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got to go home and think about the apocalypse. I mean, for the most part, man, the world ending, man, that's just a crazy topic to me, man. I don't really want to think about anything like that, man. But I guess if it got to happen, it got to happen, right? I mean, you just got to treat it like it's a flight going down. You just got to put your fucking head between your legs and let it happen, you know? I remember that not too long ago, I feel like they had like a fake, talking about like a fake news story talking about like a nuclear bomb or something was about to hit or some shit. And they had everybody freaking out. I feel like I remember some shit like that happening, and I think I believed it for a minute. But I think the apocalypse that probably will be the apocalypse though, huh? It's like a nuclear war type shit.
That's
Yeah.
one of the ones they figure is gonna happen. Yeah.
Oh man, we gotta chill out with this China beef and Russia and all that shit, man. Like, cause niggas start whipping the nukes out, man. It's like, man, that's crazy shit, man. I mean, I feel like civilization, we got the internet now, we got video games, we got better things to do than kill each other. Cause if you go back into like history and shit, all the motherfuckers did was fight and kill. You know, and I be thinking about like, man, what was going on? I mean, they ain't had dude wipes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like a lot of motherfuckers was angry. You know what I'm saying? They was musty. Niggas ain't had deodorant like that. Like, we got so much good shit going on in our lives right now. We almost one step from being robots. You know what I'm saying? Elon gonna drop the Neuralink. I mean, I just want to be able to see NBA 2K35. I mean, just at least figure it out, man. Like, come on, they can't end it now. You know what I'm saying? We simulations pretty much. I mean, if the theory is the world is a simulation and all that shit, man, why would it be an apocalypse? Like, you know, the shit could just keep going on and on and on, you know? But for the most part, man, I don't know, man. Like, I've watched a lot of the pyramid documentaries and shit like that, just about Egyptian times and all that kind of shit. And, you know, they seemed like they had it pretty cool. The motherfuckers was riding boats for months and shit. You know, they still figured it out as a civilization. And us, you know, we got the internet. I mean, we got social media, and I don't know, man. I just want to, like I say, I just want to make NBA 2K35, man. I'm not trying to think about any impending dooms and shit like that, man. Zolo need, man, you got to hit the therapist, man. I feel like you've been watching them weird YouTube documentaries and shit like that, man. It got to be something, man, going on in your mind to make you put that on there. But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. But for the most part, man, I'm super excited, get ready to get back out on this road, scaring the hoes tour. If you ain't got your tickets, man, please. I mean, low ticket sales and everything, man. So everybody go out, get your tickets, man. I was just, you know, telling Zolo about the set design. I can't really leak anything right now, but man, it's going to be a real great show. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, please, man, come out, support your boy. I ain't been on the road in years, you know, so it's easy. I mean, it's not going to be easy. I'm going to really be putting my best foot forward with the sobriety thing and really taking it one day at a time, because it's going to be some challenges out there. You know, one thing about being on the road is that you have a lot of, as much as, you know, it looks like it's fun and games and all that shit, which it can be if you make it for yourself. And I feel like in the past I wasn't, because I was too busy getting fucked up. And if it make it hard, I would literally get so fucked up. You know, because I would feel like, you know, that night of the, you know, when you do the show, you know, drinking and smoking and doing all that shit, and I would be hungover the next day, literally all day, just fucking hungover until I fucking, you know, and then I only feel like good when it's damn near time for me to do the show. And that would be because, you know, I guess it's the hair of the dog kind of thing. I would start back drinking and eating terrible food and shit like that. But for the most part, I'm bringing all my studio equipment with me, and I'm gonna have, I'm gonna pretty much just be setting up everywhere and just recording music and just trying to stay as creative as possible while I got my downtime. I guess I should start on my meditation journey then, you know, and just be really, you know, just really be in tune. But I'm really excited to see how my breath control holds up being on stage, because Peggy ass, he go fucking crazy. You have been to a fucking JPEG Mafia show, you know, which I hate these motherfuckers, man. I don't know, some weird shit with Peggy, man, where they always talk about, man, it's gonna smell crazy in there. I don't know what this whole thing is, man, where they talking about JPEG Mafia Danny Brown show. I can't imagine the smells. Like, what are y'all talking about with that shit, man? Somebody hit me up. Is it a bunch of musty white motherfuckers and shit jumping around? I don't know, man, but for the most part, my shows, it'd be nice dressed individuals. They be all cool. So it's going to be great to see the merging of the fan bases and all that shit. And, I talked to Peggy and, we even him, man, he want to get, super busy. We working on music while we out there and shit. So it's going to be great, man. So I love y'all motherfuckers, man. I'm about to be out. It's a great time talking to y'all like always, man. Hit me up at Danny@theDannyBrownShow.com. That's Danny@theDannyBrownShow.com. And, send your fucking Ask Danny's, your white people shits, all that shit, man, But for the most part, man, love y'all motherfuckers. Be safe out there. Have a good one. Peace.
Thank you.